Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Friday, the 30th of August, 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we've got in store for us today. This article's just come out by BSV Blockchain saying overlay services now available in public beta on BSV Blockchain. Looking forward to seeing that. We've got quite a cool kind of like a reggae tune that's just come out. Whether it's AI generated, I don't know. But we'll have a listen to that. That's quite cool. Got an article here by Cointelegraph saying Bitcoin exchange reserves reaches new yearly low amid 60k price reset. And then crypto bankruptcies net law firms $751 million in fees. What is going on? As if that isn't a scam in itself. Also more fear-mongering here saying Mt. Gox and US government could introduce $15 billion worth of, that's Gridcoin, selling pressure. Again, yeah, they've got to think of some excuse for the price to go down. Yeah, we know what's coming. I would say this smells like predictive programming to me, if you ask me. Also got a chap here, got Ross Thurston, doing really well, and actually reported on one of my videos, so we'll just have a look at that in a sec. Also, the transactions are back on Bitcoin. Look at this, 2.8 million in the last 24 hours. So we'll just compare that to CoinDance, see what's going on. That's a quote there that I'm going to put on every time I do CoinDance from now on. A little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then that will be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1,000,000 strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Here we go. Right, so by BSV Blockchain, overlay services now available on public beta on BSV Blockchain. BSV Blockchain is pleased to announce that overlay services are now available in public beta. Overlay services provides a powerful, scalable and compliant solution for managing specific transaction types and data access within the BSV blockchain ecosystem. They empower developers, businesses and financial institutions to innovate and scale their operations effectively. Overlay services are integrated to the broader BSV ecosystem, which also features Terranode and the wider Mandela upgrade, said Thomas Giacomo, Director of Utilization at BSV Blockchain. The success of overlay services is closely tied to Terranode's capabilities, as Terranode provides the essential scalability and efficiency needed to handle high transaction volumes and support complex overlay functionalities. Aligning the overlay services with Terranode's development milestones is critical for both initiatives and a smooth and successful launch, he said. The repo and relevant documentations can be found here. What are overlays? In computer networking, the term overlay usually refers to a virtual network built on top of an existing physical network. It can provide various services such as routing, peer-to-peer networking, or distributed computing, said Darren Kerenschweller, utilization tech lead at BSV Blockchain. Some BSV Blockchain apps are currently built with the expectation that they can read time-stamped, immutable data from the blockchain. This solution is achieved by gathering all block data and filtering, indexing, and serving it to applications on demand for free. The economic reality is that this cannot be done at 1,000,000 transactions per second without simplified payment verification and the division of labor. As network traffic necessarily grows, filtering and indexing all block data quickly becomes untenable. Overlays allow the distribution of that demand across many services, as well as the empowerment of individuals having ownership and agency over their own identity and personal information. This distribution of agency and demand, with the ability to granularly purchase only what's needed, works together to minimize waste and provide superior service and superior quality products when you only pay for what you need. Only what you need is manufactured and sold. Overlays use simplified payment verification to ensure their data is valid, allowing applications to share a universal source of truth while limiting the cost of operation to a function of service use rather than total network volume. The benefits of overlay services. Overlay services cater to a diverse range of users, including independent developers and companies building applications without their own infrastructure, businesses seeking secure and scalable transaction processing solutions, financial institutions exploring infrastructure for digital currencies like CBDCs, and entrepreneurs interested in creating open protocol overlays for experimental applications. Notably, overlay services on the BSV blockchain offer significant benefits and use cases, including distributed token management. Overlay services facilitated efficient transaction propagation and synchronization between multiple instances to form an overlay network. Simple submission and lookup endpoints allow for a broad range of use cases for a robust distributed system. Flexibility, they support a shared context across multiple applications and offer the flexibility to create private, public, or ring-fenced overlays tailored to specific use cases. Reduced operational cost. Overlay services provide a much lower cost solution to tracking the state of your business's transactions than running a full node. The service manages transactions you care about without having to process any exonerous ones. Seamless integration with the BSV infrastructure. These services are fully integrated with the BSV's technical components. During the beta phase, that means ARC for the TX Broadcast and Merkle Path acquisition. All applications build with our SDKs, that's software developer kits, can use Beef, I can't remember what that was for, transactions when submitting new transactions to overlay services. Overlay services, a key part of the Mandela upgrade. BSV Blockchain officially unveiled its new Mandela upgrade at the BSV DevCon London at the end of May 2024 with Terranode, overlay services and SPV wallets making up a core part of this upgrade. The Mandela upgrade brings a fresh architectural approach to the BSV network, drawing inspiration from the intricate patterns of traditional Mandelas. This upgrade aims to boost availability, scalability, and operational efficiency by incorporating a small world network core encircled by specialist overlay networks and SPV implementations. The upgrade will fully unlock the SPV blockchain, allowing it to dynamically scale at an exponential rate so it's ready to meet the growing demand for trusted data. Awesome. Fantastic article there is. Right, let's have a quick listen to this. This is by Jimmy and Luz, and he said, again, don't know if this is genuine or what he means by this, but this is what he's written. He said, there hasn't been one producer doing this much proof of work for Bitcoin since Dr. Craig goes right. Quotes here from the song. He says, lose the trial, win the game. Craig knew how to play this by a different name. He gave them crap so they could see that he's the man, the one, the real Satoshi. Alright, let's have a listen.
They took him to the court, said they got him in the bind. Wanted him to prove he was the mastermind, but Dr. Roddy's had a plan deep in his soul to lose his child, to keep Bitcoin home. They wanted to control the seas and to bind, but Satoshi's secret they could never find. So we showed them what they wanted, just a little bit. But in the heart of the court he knew he had to go. Lose the trial, win the game. Craig knew how to play this by a different name. He gave them rap so they couldn't see that he's the man, the one, the real Satoshi. Lose the trial, save the chain, keep the truth hidden, avoid the pain. For the Bitcoin so he had to stand, not proven in court, but still the man. Calvin Dyer and his crew thought they had it tight. FBI handlers in the shadows at his side, but Dr. Wright knew the danger lay ahead, so he gave him just enough while keeping them misled. The digital asset recovery they wanted control, but without Satoshi's name they can't take control. Craig played the fool like the wise old sage. He knew the law and he knew the stage. Lose the trial, win the game. Craig knew how to play this by a different name. He gave them crap so they couldn't see that he's the man, the one, the real Satoshi. Lose the trial, save the chain, keep the truth hidden, avoid the pain. In the end, it's not about the fame, it's about the legacy, it's about the name. Bitcoin's freedom, that's the goal. To keep it pure, to keep it whole. Lose the trial, win the game. Craig knew how to play this by a different name. He gave them crap so they couldn't see that he's the man, the one, the real Satoshi. Lose the trial, save the chain, keep the truth hidden, avoid the pain. For the Bitcoin so he had to stand, not proven in court, but still the man. So let them think they won the fight. But the truth is very deep out of sight. Dr. Wright, with wisdom and might, say Bitcoin kept the future bright.
How cool is that? I thought that was pretty great, actually. Fantastic stuff. All right, let's have a look at this one. So Bitcoin exchange reserves reach new yearly low amid 60k price reset. Let's just have a quick look at one of the charts while we're here. Here we go. So we can actually see exchange. This is the exchange reserve. Yeah, look at that. Right down. Boom, right down. Jeepers. So Bitcoin exchange reserve reaches new yearly low amid 60k price reset. Crypto analysts think that the declining, that's Gradecoin supply on exchanges, yeah, because it's Gradecoin, suggests something is happening that could support a bull market provided demand continues to grow. What, on Gradecoin? That doesn't do anything. The amount of Gradecoin stored on crypto exchanges has reached a new supply low, which may be the catalyst that Gradecoin needs to successfully reset and move back above $60,000. With Gradecoin reserves on the exchanges hitting new lows for the year, this could indicate reduced selling pressure, potentially favouring a bull market if demand also continues to grow. CryptoQuant contributor Garth highlighted on 29th of August on the analysis note. According to the CryptoQuant data that we just looked at, Gradecoin reserves on exchanges have decreased by approximately 12.9% since January 1st, leaving 2.62 million Gradecoin across all major crypto exchanges. Gar reiterated that Gradecoin moving to cold wallets generally indicates that investors are committed to holding the asset long term and are optimistic about the price potential. The declining Gradecoin supply on exchanges follows recent analysis suggesting that history indicates Gradecoin price will rally, and I can't be bothered reading the rest of this. We know it's just absolute crap that they're spouting there because they have no clue what's going on. But that was interesting, sort of hear what their misguided thoughts on that. Let's have a look at this. Crypto bankruptcies net law firms $751 million in fees. Four law firms collectively earned $484 million from their work on the crypto bankruptcies, representing 64% of all the fees requested and received in the cases. I mean, that should be going to those people who lost money, not the lawyers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's such a rigged system right now. While crypto bankruptcies lead to millions in losses for the investors, they also generate millions in fees for lawyers handling the most high-profile cases. As of August, law firms working on the seven Chapter 11 crypto bankruptcies from 2022 reportedly requested and received fees totaling $751 million. The law firms that earned the most in some of the crypto's biggest bankruptcies include Sullivan and Cromwell, Kirkland and Ellis, White and Case Clearly Gottlieb. The four companies earned $481 million for their work on the crypto bankruptcies. This accounts for 64% of all the charges requested and received from the Chapter 11 bankruptcy processes. Four law firms in the biggest earnings. Law firm Sullivan, just same thing really. I guess they're just going to repeat themselves, but I mean, it's a rigged system. You know, lawyers just cleaning up there. And let's have a look at this bit of fear-mongering. US government, Mt. Gox and US government could introduce $15 billion worth of Gradecoin selling pressure. Gradecoin's crab walk could extend into September as Mt. Gox and the US government threaten to add nearly $15 billion worth of additional selling pressure. Gradecoin's sluggish momentum could carry over into September as Mt. Gox and the United States government could introduce nearly $15 billion worth of additional selling pressure. Over $14.8 billion worth of Gradecoin could soon flood the market and put more downward pressure on price. The US government holds over 203,000 Gradecoin worth $12.1 billion right now, while defunct crypto exchange Mt. Gox is set to distribute another 46,000 Gradecoin worth over $2.7 billion. Mt. Gox is set to distribute the $2.7 billion before the end of 2024 on Kraken, but the repayments are unlikely to cause a significant market impact, according to an August 29 report by crypto analytics provider Keiko. Quote here, Kraken has handled Gradecoin ETF outflows or flows with just a major increase in slippage at the US market close. Its liquidity profile suggests that an additional selling pressure from the Mt. Gox repayment is unlikely to cause structural issues that could affect the broader market. Mt. Gox creditors have been waiting to receive over $9.4 billion worth of GregCoin for the past 10 years. That's a massive hodl, which has since appreciated over 8,500% in value, meaning that numerous investors will likely look to sell. Mt. Gox creditors have not sold during the last major $4 billion distribution. Despite GregCoin's significant price appreciation, Mt. Gox creditors have not been selling. Mt. Gox creditors received nearly $4 billion worth of GregCoin at the end of July, accounting for 14.15% of the payments owed to users. Yet most Mt. Gox creditors have opted not to sell, according to a July 29th Glassnode report. Interesting. I mean, they're completely fixated on number go up, you know. But why wouldn't they? Because number has gone up, and if you don't understand why the number has gone up, and you've got no idea about the economic fundamentals of Bitcoin, then you're just gonna literally look at historical records. Oh, this happened, so it must happen again. You know. Oh dear. Anyway, we've got a new kid on the block, if you want to call it. Ross Thurston doing a really good job here. And reported on some of the content that I've actually created in my own channel, which was great. So give him a follow on Twitter at Ross F. Thurston. He's also got channels on YouTube and on Rumble. So this is
Henry
pretty
Kissinger
good.
Controls the food, controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls the money can control the world.
There we go. Can't really have too much of a volume on that because who knows what sort of silly buggers YouTube might be playing. But there gives my channel a shout out, and he's got a playlist of all the best content that I've created. So thanks very much, Ross. That's awesome. Right, let's have a look at this. We've got some transactions on the network here. A Bitcoin with 2.8 million transactions. We'll just cross-reference that with what's on chain. See if that is correct. 1.8 million there, 2.8 million according to BitInfo charts. But let's have a look at CoinDance quickly. Transactions are up. Block size 79% of the across all these chains. I guess it's here. Daily transactions by network. Yeah, they've shot up. Daily average Bitcoin transactions per block by network. Fees USD just above a cent. Fees Satoshis, again smashing in the coins there. Not really showing too much. Actually, I mean that's on a log curve, so that is actually quite a significant increase on that log curve that we're looking at there. Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, that's a log curve. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, that's rocketed up, actually. Very good. And just with regard to this graph here that we always look at, daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network, this quote applies from Satoshi Nakamoto. He said, "It is strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one." And that was by Satoshi Nakamoto on November 9th, 2008. So there it is. There is Bitcoin for you, ladies and gentlemen. The longest chain. How crazy is that? Right, let's have a look at a little bit. 365 days of Bitcoin history. So I was just actually looking at Bitcoin Talk here. So we've got August 30th. There we go. Some of the title discussions here. Mt. Gox problem. Sold BTC was never credited to USD. Check your history. How about a conference at Bretton Woods? Somebody suggested. Very good. Bitcoin treasure hunt, anyone? That could be quite good fun. How to get your local merchants to accept Bitcoin as payment. And again, remember, this is genuine Bitcoin, so it was 2011. Search Bitcoin will be down for 5 minutes. Yeah. Bitcoin podcast, anyone? Amazing all this stuff was going on. Back in 2011. God, I wish I'd been involved by then, but then I probably wouldn't know what I know now, you know. So there we go. That is a 19-minute show coming to 20 minutes. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, if you enjoy these updates, Please ding your donations for your appreciation to either satoshi@senbi.com, handcash.io, simply.cash, relasia.com, rockwallet.me or senti.ch. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.